Are Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg officially a couple? They celebrated their birthday at the Olympics.
Chick-fil-A or Chick-fil-A?
Oh, also, oh my gosh, I'm ruining the thing. Also, we have a super secret roast comedian who's going to roast some celebrities for you guys.
Welcome to Side Dish.
Hey.
The world is yours.
Hey, sky's the limit.
All right.
Back like we never left, man. Welcome to Side Dish. Headkrack, the man over there is Tanner. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. How are you doing?
You know, I keep having to be reminded that it's Tuesday because it does not feel like Tuesday.
Kids back in school.
Kids back in school. Most of them, like 2/3 of my kids are back in school because one goes back in 2 weeks because, you know, why send everyone back at the same time?
Why have it organized?
Yeah.
Let's keep it disorganized. Quick shout out to the Foxhole subscribers tuning in. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe and hit the little button to get the notification, that Side Dish playlist.
Yeah, man. And like, we got a lot of love from some of our soulful Foxhole viewers yesterday in the comments. So let's keep that love fest rocking. And man, we got so many dope things going on today. Last week we had a secret celeb, and we back with another one.
That's right. Super secret comedian that HK and I both know have worked with. Super excited to bring her out. She has some brutal jokes that she's bringing to us. Big show. So we're just gonna get started. How you feel about that?
Oh, let's get it, man. Let's feed the people, man. Let's
feed the people. Okay. I just want to start with the video. Then we're gonna get to the topic. Let's roll this one.
They are rewinding the
They're actually rewinding the VHS tape.
We got an LBC horse in the house, right? Get cracked.
Look at that. Look at that.
Just from the front to the back.
Yo.
Drummer and party. It's kind of hard being the H.
HORSE.
Oh, that's that sidewalk right there, Martha. We do that. Dub C good at that. He skip,
And
dip,
four
dip,
feet's
dip.
a lot harder than 2 feet.
4 feet are harder than 2?
Yeah.
Are you
going
sure?
sideways. Yes, indeed.
Hold on, let me show you.
Okay, but they have so much chemistry. Like, I feel like they're HK. I legitimately sometimes think there's sexual tension between Martha and Snoop.
You feel like Martha smoked this joint?
Maybe.
It's possible, right? Because especially like, you know, when like somebody comes through, makes you a nice, good meal, right? One of those meals that kind of keep you stuck on the couch, the way you necessarily can't move, react, or say no as fast as you would like to. And then next thing you know, she's showing you like how they used to do it back in the era of free love.
Yeah. And look at them there and their matching outfits. Come on, who doesn't ship this couple? Wait, Snoop is married though, isn't he?
He is married, but he's also Snoop. So I would like to think there's some level of she just understands.
I mean, Martha, if you had to have, like, Martha Stewart is a hell of a hall pass.
It is. And then also too, because of her being a woman of a certain age, similar to the song that the 3-6 Mafia made, you could just tear the club up.
Oh.
She's 63.
Yeah, but you know, Martha keeps things cooking in the oven, so.
Hey, man. And keeps a neat doily. Not mad at that at all. I love how that horse was sea walking.
Right? That was the other thing.
Is that a thing in the Olympics? Like, what is that sport called?
I think that's called dressage. Can someone get in the comments and then educate us about that? I believe it's called dressage.
Someone yelled, what is it?
Dressage.
Dressage?
And that's not just because they're in Paris.
They're just making stuff up now.
I think they're just messing with this.
But I like to teach a horse a skill of that level takes a lot of patience and a brave soul. Because I mean, like a horse damn near killed Superman once.
Well, a horse, but also now I'm thinking about a horse sea-stepping, and I'm thinking about a horse picking a side in Kendrick and Drake, and like throwing names out with the hood.
Are you my friend? Are you locked in? Love it, man.
Okay, do you want to set this next one up? Or
let's take it to America's favorite restaurant, Chic fil. Now, a lot of times, you know, people will pull up to a famous establishment and try to throw out a offering of love. And sometimes it'll be reciprocated, sometimes not so much. Take a look.
At Chick-fil-A?
My man proposing in the drive-thru.
Like, well, that's the thing is he's on the clock. She's also on the clock, and here comes the service.
And the manager looks very not pleased.
The manager's not so happy about it.
Here you go, D.
I have mixed feelings about this, HK.
Well, what was your initial emotion when
my initial emotion was like, at work at Chick-fil-A?
Because both of y'all questionable.
Why is that?
Because they didn't have the white shirt on. They both had the red shirt on. So they're workers, right?
They're hourly.
Yeah, they both trying to hit that 40 hours a week so they can get that those benefits.
But Chick-fil-A stable, that's a stable gig, right?
It is a stable gig. However, it's really hard to make 40 hours a week when they're closed on Sunday.
That's true.
They make it very difficult.
I watched this and I had to order some waffle cries because it kind of hit me in the feels. Like I like it for them. But do you think that this was like in her imagination? She's like, one of these days when it happens, like I'm going to be in the middle of a shift. I'll be kind of stinky and sweaty. And maybe I'll smell like pickles.
I really? No, I ain't going to marry you. You work at Chick fil A.
Yeah, right. That's the other thing. It's like, come on, dude. Make it to manager. Like y'all get it.
You need that white shirt level up so you could at least be coming from a space of of comfortability where you could feel like,
girl,
you know
I
what?
have some stability.
I got dental.
Yeah, I got nuggets. The other thing, it reminded me of a time I worked in this bar. I worked in this, it was a piano bar, and one couple had their reception there. Like he proposed to her in the bar, and then they had their reception at the bar. And it's just like, is that really where you want to do this?
But they're probably still together though. That's the crazy part.
That is.
It'd be the marriages and them weddings that cost like $100,000 in. You done flew in the bones of the Elephant Man just to have him at the wedding because it was y'all favorite movie.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you get divorced in 2 years and Ben Affleck is slamming a car door.
Oh, sad.
That was a metaphor.
Sad.
Speaking of metaphors, rappers are really good at those. And a rapper I haven't heard from in a long time, Tanner. Have you heard of Richie Rich?
I've heard of Richie Rich. I'm not going to pretend that I know Richie Rich's discography.
Okay, so Richie Rich, and for those who don't know, we're not talking about the kid who had a cartoon back in the day with the robot by the name of, was it Irona?
I don't know.
Thanks, Richie. Irona was Richie's robot, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. See, there's only been a couple robot maids, and I'm already thinking about the Jetsons.
Jetsons had Rosie. So Irona was Richie's robot, and there was a kid named Reggie. They used to mess with Richie. Anyway, this is the rapper Richie Rich from Oakland. He has records in the can with Tupac, right?
Oh, okay.
And there's a terminology that is said often in the business called break a leg. My man went out there and pretty much did just that and kept going. Check it out.
Running them hills on rap. Y'all know where they come for the slap?
What we doing?
Okay.
Pulling up slow from the curb. What we doing?
Y'all make some noise for Richie Rich.
What we doing? If you ain't know, you need to learn. If you know me, never underestimate the OG. Slid through the block in the drop with the knock. Told LR, I'm the cool in the Kevlar. Known for the kiddos and still dropping fiddles. Bust the game down like an A for blow. Rocked it up, blew my knee. Do you see that joke? Still going.
Wow.
And I can't stand up.
Wow.
In the hood, call a doc man up. What we doing? With a on stage, what we doing? Blew my knee, acting out my age. What we doing?
Blew my knees, acting out my age.
What we doing? I need some
That's really
help up. What we doing? Somebody running.
But wait till you see the close up on his knee. His knee was finished.
Really?
That wasn't a part of the show or an act. His knee, literally, he blew his knee out. If I would have blew my knee out in a public place, and I'd be trying to thug it, because guys, we always go try to keep
act
it
up. Yeah.
Oh, I'm Peter Griffin. Push it. And I would try to, because I'm going to absorb the pain for a little bit, and then I'll snap out of it and try to recover it and remember, people are watching it. Stay gold, pony boy, stay gold.
Stay gold, pony. I'm pointing. Whenever I get hurt in public, I'm just hit you with, I'm just like, and then I'm just real slow. I'm just like, you won't even know what happened. I'm just gone.
Yeah, where'd Tanner go? Yeah. But yo, man, big shout out to Richie Rich, speedy recovery. I am not easily impressed, and that was one of the most impressive things I have seen, not only in the physicality space, because he's a man of a certain age, right? But also in the rap space. To hurt yourself on that level and still keep rhyming and stay in pocket, and the crowd still be with you and make up a hook as you go.
And as we have referenced on Side Dish before, a lot of times when people get hurt in the knee really bad, they just scream "Y" in their tutu.
Yeah, big shout Nancy Kerrigan and Jeff Gillooly.
Oh, Jeff Gillooly.
We're keeping the name alive, man. Really
why are we keeping them alive? Why is that? That's a celebrity scandal.
You would think we just saw the I, Tonya documentary, but no, this is just things that we just have in our pocket.
No, we just keep
random Jeff Gillooly reference for the streets.
Okay, just a quick note. I just want to call this comment out. He was the first one that says, "Okay, Tanner, them jeans hitting. Thanks, Rashenda." Thank you, boo.
Yo, I don't
What's up,
know
girl?
if you checked your DMs yesterday, but like in the comments on YouTube, there was one person like, yo, Tanner get finer and finer every day. And I couldn't click on the picture to see if there was, like a prospect, for you. However, the love is real.
Listen, we'll take a compliment anywhere we can get it. What's up, Ava Stewart? Thank you so much. We love the show. The fantastic blown. Okay, what else? All right.
Somebody said when you get a certain age, you have to rethink certain behaviors. And that's wild though, because like just imagine, one day you're cool doing simple things like, I don't know, jumping off a curb.
Yeah.
Or jumping over a turnstile in a train station. Yeah. And next thing you know, these things could be fatal.
Dude, I had a crick in my neck from a nap. Are you getting injured waking up from naps yet?
There has been times where I've woken up and my ankle hurt.
Yeah.
Because I guess I was chasing my dreams as I slept.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. However, getting old ain't fun.
No, it's
and
not.
I used to always wonder, like, wow, like all my relatives that were over 80 had that I'm ready to go look in my eyes. I thought they was ready to leave the house. No, they're ready to leave.
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah.
In the physical.
In the physical, enter the spiritual realm where no more knees and ankles popping.
Amen.
All right, so we're super excited about this.
Yeah.
About to bring out a friend of mine and HK's. We met her on the comedy scene here in Atlanta. I mean, we could just get right to it. She's competed in the national roast battle. She also has been working with kids here in Atlanta and on the Atlanta comedy scene for years. Please give a warm side dish welcome to Shelly Grunberg. I don't know why I say Kelly. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
What up,
Hello.
You are guest number 2.
Exciting.
Do you know who guest number 1 was?
Who?
Emmanuel Lewis.
Okay, now Shelly.
Heck yeah.
We're like a Russian roulette of like, you never know who's gonna pop up on stage.
We juxtapose between famous and not famous at all.
Oh, you're like,
good.
You're famous. You're more famous than I think you give yourself credit for being. Like you're an A-town legend and A for all town.
Oh, A for all and our hearts. Okay, Shelly. Okay, tell us a little bit. Okay, we were talking earlier. We first met you here in the comedy scene. Me and HK getting out doing a little stand-up comedy. But you've been banging it out for years. And then you also were working with the kids. Could you set us up just a little bit about like who you are and your background?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. And I started comedy in Boston. Mm-hmm. So it's a really safe bet to say that I've had a knife pulled on me everywhere I've ever lived. And that's beautiful. And then I moved to Atlanta 3 years ago. I started teaching for a filmmaking enrichment program for Atlanta Public Schools.
Okay.
I no longer do that. So your kids are in better hands now.
Right. Okay.
Was it a choice or they like, hey, you can't be around these kids?
Yeah, they heard your jokes and they were like, Shelly, we have to have a conversation.
Let's get one thing clear. I still am legally allowed to be around children.
We just wanted to clear that up. Yeah, I didn't know if you was with Drake and them or like or what. They're not like us.
No, I was just there for the hot tub. Yeah, it was a choice. Things have been going great with comedy, and I had to reprioritize a couple of things, but I'm still a child at heart. Skibbity toilet.
Skibbity. Okay, someone said Skibbity, Ohio in one of the comments earlier, and neither HK or myself really understood what that means.
You should be like, hey, get a job.
Really?
I mean, it's so cryptic. I offered a kid extra credit once to make me a glossary of these terms, and he did, and I still have no additional knowledge as to what these things mean.
I have kids that are the age that could explain these things to me, and I walk away just as confused as you were. Like, I have less of an understanding now of what skibbity means than I did last week. I just think it's a transitional phrase that you put in front of something where you want to put a curse in, I think.
One of them was like, it just means crazy. And I was like crazy celebratory or crazy derogatory.
Right.
And then he was like, what's derogatory? And I was like, you know what skibbity toilet is?
Yeah. Stop hoarding your knowledge, child. Okay, tell us about one of the reason that we wanted to bring you on is like you recently competed in the National Roast Battle League, which happens in Austin, Texas, at Joe Rogan's Comedy Club. People from all over the nation go. You got to represent Atlanta and part of the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
And ultimately, you won MVP. out of like the whole night. Tell us a little about that. Set that up for us.
Absolutely. It was an all-star game from Roast Battle. So they sent in someone from all of the cities that has a like formal Roast Battle league to face off. The guy I faced off against was from LA.
Okay.
So I just spent a lot of time in my apartment, like doing push-ups, being like allergic to penicillin, dog named Date. Like I really got crazy first. I lost it. But then, yeah, they sent us all out there to do an all-star game at the mothership, which was one of the coolest things that have ever happened to me. The green room has a heated toilet seat.
Oh.
Can I give a word of advice to
Sure.
comedians?
Please, let me know.
Comedians, if the green room of a comedy venue has a heated toilet seat and a remote, don't get experimental with those buttons.
You
Are we talking?
it was a
about, like,
bidet.
I thought it was just a toilet. I see a girl button and I was like, oh, I'm a girl. And I press it without thinking. It almost launched me off of the toilet.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Girls, ew.
Yeah.
Hit him with the hose.
Yeah. Women in comedy, press the girl button, you get the ejector seat.
Yo, so was that your first time using a toilet of that nature? Because it is a learning curve, and all bidets are not created equal because some have just old school handles. So
Not everyone's Dish Nation Hollywood. Yes, it's the first time using a heated toilet.
they be on sale at Costco. You can get them for like $238. You just gotta install it yourself though. I can help you.
I don't want a toilet that
After
ejects
that?
me. After that, it's a trauma response.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
At what point did you realize you were good at not only making people laugh, but for those who are just meeting Shelly for the first time, she's one of the most out-the-box thinkers I have ever seen in my life. We were all in the same class together, and I look at adults through the eyesight of, would I sat with them at lunch? And I definitely would have sat with you at lunch because I was equally weird. So at what point, when did you realize you were in flow with comedy and just had jokes and could look at the world in a different light?
I think, well, what got me into comedy was I was dating a guy who was very into comedy. And he was always coming back to my apartment so frustrated and angry. He would be like, man, not booked again. And he would like sit down with his arms crossed. So I tried an open mic kind of as an exercise in empathy to just be like, okay, you say this is the worst thing ever, but you keep going back. I want to see what you're getting from this.
Okay.
And I tried it and I immediately just fell so in love with it. I did it every single day.
I really like to imagine a scenario in which like your boyfriend's just like, no one's laughing, and you're like, well, I guess I'll go do an open mic to see what it's like, and he's there, and you crush, and then relationship issues begin.
Yeah, because then I'm crowd surfing back to the car. He's walking behind me holding my purse.
Yeah, he's holding your purse. That's so funny.
You're telling him to have dinner ready when you get home.
Yeah. Mama needs her punchlines. Get away. Okay, all right, let's get right to it. Okay, so we've got some celebrities, we've got some names queued up here, and I know you've got some roasts prepped. Can we get, so we'll just step through this. You hit us with whatever you got.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into like the rest of like regular side dish. Okay, we got Drake here.
Everybody knows
Champagne Poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you?
If I was to roast Drake, I would probably, he was in Degrassi, right?
That's right,
Yeah.
yes.
Which is a teen drama, which is also what he calls it, teen drama when children don't text him back. Started from the bottom, great song. Also his approach to cosmetic surgery.
One time for BBL Drizzy. This is probably the part that's going to trend.
Oh, this is good.
Thank you for the sound effects in the back.
Started from the bottom. Cosmetic surgery?
He has big fake buck cheeks, right?
That's the rumor.
The
You know,
BBL
like, they made a
is
whole
the hook.
song about it. Yeah.
I don't think they can call it a rumor if you can see it, you know?
I never really looked at
Yeah.
his. I knew he had something done to his abs.
Right.
That seemed very clear.
But why do men? Okay, Shelly. Okay.
Yeah,
Do men get BBLs?
clearly they do.
All right.
I think more should.
Oh, really? You like cakes on a man?
Yeah, get cheeked up. Wear those Lululemon sports khakis.
But where should the buck stop? Because there's also like the same way like women get their boobs done, men can get their their south nose done. You know what I mean?
What?
It's YouTube. I don't know what you can get away with saying.
South nose? Is that like front cheeks?
If I'm talking about women, I say south mouth.
I
I
recently saw someone refer to breasts as front cheeks, and I was just like, what is happening in the world?
All right, so if a guy made heavy D and the boys bigger,
Yeah.
but you knew it was done through surgery, would you look at him any differently?
I would feel conflicted, I think, because it's like if you have the disposable income to get that done, you probably will take me to a nice dinner.
Oh.
Okay.
But also, like, why?
Yeah, it's just weird. Okay, you know what? Let's just move on to our next celebrity. Who's Shelly roasting next?
Oh,
Queen of the
Oh.
moment
that
here.
pose.
I'm so I don't want to roast her because I am a Swiftie to my core.
Yeah.
I was at the Eras tour, back row,
Mhm.
body glitter on, Ziploc bag full of Four Loko tucked under my left breast, ready to do it. But I did have an observation when I was at the Eras tour.
Okay.
She really oscillates between two personalities
Oh.
on stage because she'll be like playing piano and she's like, man, I can't believe I'm famous. This is all for me. You want me to sing? But then cut to next number and she has a bunch of background dancers dressed as her in actual cages.
In cages?
Yeah. That's not a lie.
Oh, wow.
That is I wonder what that's a metaphor for. It has to be a metaphor for something. It's one thing to have a bunch of lookalike dancers, but when you cage the others,
Yeah.
and then you're the free one.
Yeah. And you dress them up as you. That's got to be a metaphor.
I hope you Swifties never look at her the same either.
Yeah, it's giving big. It puts the lotion on its skin energy,
Mhm.
Absolutely. I like her though. I really support a woman in evil.
There we go.
Like
yeah.
if you've got like shark eyes and you're a lady, I'm a fan.
Okay.
And she does antiquing too, on top of all that other stuff.
Absolutely.
Swift is an antiquer?
Yeah, like I remember like many seasons ago on Dish, like that was a story that came up. Like she likes to collect antique things. I guess that's what it is. You go to like thrift shops and buy antique vintage things and you keep them somewhere.
Yeah, that's why all the seats on her private jet are mid-century modern.
Yeah.
It's the
Bunch of
Wright
old
Brothers'
seats.
old plane.
It's for the house. Keeps those dancers in. Okay, who do we have next? Post Malone?
That's an easy target, ain't it?
Yeah.
God, don't we love a picture we can smell?
Oh.
What does it smell like?
I like him though, because he looks like he loves lasagna and hates Mondays.
Like Garfield?
Like a certain cartoon cat. I can't say his name because he's an ex.
Okay. All right.
I don't know why I
Dated
implied.
the cat?
I don't know why I implied that at all. I'm nervous.
You're doing great. You're doing great, Shelly.
You're killing him in the comments,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah,
for
yeah.
real.
But my notes for this show specifically said, "Don't imply that you slept with a Garfield." So
Fail.
I don't.
But what other cartoon character do you find attractive that you would see yourself in a relationship with?
Homer Simpson.
Really?
Are you gonna wreck The Simpsons?
I would never, because Homer Simpson is such like a devoted oaf, which if I had to describe my type in 2 words, it's like a man who can barely read and only knows his own capacity to love you,
There's something oddly romantic about that.
I love an oaf.
Shouts to all the oafs out there. All the oafs in the chat.
Then we have, I was really surprised that you wanted to roast this famous celebrity. What did he do? What has he ever done besides steal a burger?
Why does the Hamburglar look like his name is Bryce? That's the most Bryce looking man I've ever seen. Also, why is he in prison stripes? They don't send you to prison for stealing a hamburger.
Well, depends how many hamburgers you stole.
Maybe
if they
Mayor
did-
McCheese had it up to here, and he was like, "You're out of here."
The last time, buddy.
Yeah.
Because if they did, I'd be under the jail,
Really?
Yeah. Don't leave the Uber Eats orders out. Keep them behind the counter.
My favorite thing about the Hamburglar is like, okay, he is in the striped suit, so we know he's broken out, and he wears the mask, so he very well could actually be a Bryce. What is up with the tie? Why is he always wearing a tie?
Because he goes to court so much, he wants to
Is that
be
what it
dressed
is?
already before he gets there.
Your Honor.
Do you remember when they tried to rebrand the Hamburglar and it was like for like 2 weeks, it was a person.
It was a live person who's creepy as hell.
And everyone hated it so much, they was like, yo, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And they took back the ad.
Imagine being the actors auditioning to be the real life Hamburglar.
You're working on your pacing and your steps.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Colin SAG-AFTRA. You know?
That's it. All right, and then next up we have Piers Morgan, who like seems like, I mean, if there's a person who deserves roasting.
I love how he's bravely defying the stereotype that you have to be hot to be on television. You know, that's beautiful. Piers Morgan actually broke 3 ribs in a Segway-related fall in 2007.
What?
And my joke for that is good.
And like the Segway?
With a Segway.
Yeah, like the one with the 2 wheels, like long stick up. Yeah.
That being said, I mean, he's a really big advocate for like mental health awareness because every time he talks, I'm really aware of his mental health.
Oh, Piers.
I mean, he is from the UK, so like maybe like a UK 10 is an American insert number here.
He's been butthurt over Meghan Markle for like a decade now.
Almost like she pegged him or something. Play on words.
I have this condition where I think every single person who's ever had a British accent is faking it. And debilitating.
And debilitating?
It's debilitating for me. Because like I'll be like at a restaurant and someone will be like, hello, what can I get for you? And I like in my head, I go, stop it.
Wait, to them, like you hate the sound? Is it like nails?
No, I think it's fake. I think it's too sensual and sexy. Like I don't think anyone actually likes beer, and I don't think anyone's really British.
Like Austin Powers is a fake person pretending to be British. But what about what's my man from who got caught with the prostitute? And Hugh Jackman.
Not Hugh Jackman, it was Hugh Grant.
I got my Hughes wrong.
Yeah.
Same
right, Hugh Grant? I believe it's Hugh Grant.
Yeah, Hugh Grant. Like you think Hugh Grant's faking the phone?
I think the second his front door closes on his mansion, he's like, what's for dinner? I don't believe him.
It's an entire country screaming right now. Oi! You know.
Governor, I'm gonna come get Shelly. I'm gonna hop the pond.
All right. Okay, Shelly, hang out with us. We're about to get into the deep dish. We're gonna get into some like deeper stories. HK, you brought this one up. I'm like, tell us about it.
All right, so Charles Barkley, you know who he is, right?
Yes.
Yo, legendary basketball player, played on the original USA Dream Team that was pretty much, they was like the Avengers playing against regular human beings in the Olympics that one particular year. He said this about the current USA basketball team if they don't win the gold. And you know what? I ain't mad at him.
The international teams have gotten better, but there's never an excuse for the United States not to win the gold medal. We got the best team. We got the best players by far.
You can't find teams internationally that can put it all together the way USA team can. If we're locked in, there's no shot at USA losing.
Listen, if they lose, we can't let them back in the country. We can't. I told them they can't come back.
Yo, high stakes sports. I'm all about this. I talked about this on a previous episode. I feel like, you know, whoever the last place teams are in certain like sports, they shouldn't be allowed to play the following year, and the whole state and city has to suffer until the next season when we give it a go again and another team has to sit out. Like you're representing America in basketball. You guys get paid millions of dollars to be great right here on American soil. So if you can't beat some kid from the Ukraine, where they're going through some things right now.
Hold on. Let's cut the Ukraine some slack. They don't have a ton of basketball courts right now.
And that's another reason why their team shouldn't be that good.
Okay, then what's the Italians' excuse?
Their joints, apparently, if you based off that guy who did the pole vault.
Oh my God, yeah. It's hard for them to get up. But didn't like a USA team beat, like, I don't remember if it was like women's basketball or something. They were literally 100-3 on the team.
Yeah, they don't want to burn their passports.
But like imagine, you know, whoever the last place team is in all of the Olympics, you know, events, right? They have to pay their own way back, or like they just make it really difficult for them in customs, and they make a reality show out of that. I would watch that more than the Olympics.
I think it should be the same punishment policy my mom had for me when I would act up within 15 miles of the house, which is walk back.
Whoa, all right.
You're a swimmer, go.
a nice 15-mile walk back. We got someone here making a legit point in the comments saying NBA winners calling themselves world champions is rich.
World champion, prove it.
Yeah, come for it.
Show me the commenter.
Show. Let me see who this
Bring him to me.
Words 789. Likely name. Not deep dish. Okay, wrong Hugh. Yeah, we got the right Hugh. She's hilarious for real. How about that? They're definitely not talking about me or HK. Okay, what else?
You get a lot of love over here.
The double pole vault. That guy got famous forever off of that.
A lot of people are here for the elimination team thing for a year, man. Like, let's make sports interesting again.
Right.
There's a video that I saw the other day, and I'm gonna bring it here for Thursday's side dish. Mm-hmm. It is a sport that needs to happen.
Yeah,
like it needs to happen. Stay tuned for Thursday's side dish. Bringing it up.
Okay, this next one I want to get to real quick. So there's like the decathlon, right? And the decathlon is like a couple of different events, or there's a few Olympic sports which are like events combined. Like in Winter Olympics, there's one that's like skiing and shooting, which is like basically the two skills you need to hunt James Bond.
Yeah.
So there's like one that's about to start in a couple days, and it's called the pentathlon, or at least the modern pentathlon. One athlete will ride a horse and swim, and then run. They'll ride a horse, they'll swim, they'll fence. Depending on how they do in those two things, they will then turn around and run and shoot laser guns. Don't listen to me. Check out this video.
If you don't know, modern pentathlon is fencing, horse riding, swimming, shooting, and running, all in one sport. But there are wrinkles to it. Like the horses they ride in the competition are not their horses. They're just random horses. They've never ridden these horses before. And they're not trotting around either. It's a timed course, and they're jumping over stuff. So after the fencing, horse riding, and swimming are done, the points get tallied up, and that's what determines where you start in the running. For example, if you have 5 more points than someone else, you start 5 seconds before them. And the best part is that the shooting happens during the running. They run up to the shooting range, and they shoot laser pistols as part of the race. It all kind of seems like something that a little kid would come up with if the prompt was create a new sport.
What?
Absolutely.
What? How do you learn that you're good at this?
You're really good at Assassin's Creed. It's pretty much the live action version of that game.
Yeah.
And then you add a laser.
To me, it's just the most insane. If there was like a sport that was like created when the Olympians discovered weed, it would have to be this. You're like, okay, but we have a lot of these individually. Let's just mash them together.
I now care about this sport.
Yeah.
What day does it come on?
It starts in like 2 days.
Sets alarm.
When they
Gets
said
ready.
they shoot the gun while running, I think they meant that it's part of the running event, because I was picturing them like Yosemite Sam.
Oh, just that yeah, why not? Evidently,
You need both guns though, because they seem like they had one gun. The second gun completes the Yosemite look. But I am here for that, man. It's a visual from hell.
Also, I recently learned I saw this online, and this may or may not be real, but there's a whole bunch of horses that have to be in there for the Olympics. And someone was like, how do they all get there? And they were like, on a plane. And they said the legitimate name of this plane was Air Horse One.
I'm glad there's someone fun on the airline naming committee.
Isn't that great?
I'm sure the bitch started with, guys, hear me out though. Hear me out.
They were like, but what do we call it? Air Horse One. Like, yeah.
That's a brilliant name. I love it.
Yeah. Also, real quick, riding a strange horse, like not your horse that you're trained with. This horse is like, who the hell are you?
That's what got Christopher Reeve messed up.
I actually thought it was pretty minimizing, because they're like, these Olympians, these athletes have to ride some random horse. Are the Olympians jumping over the hurdles?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's not the Olympian strapping a horse to his back.
Yeah.
If there was the one more thing and make it a sex tapalon, like, and you got to pet a random pit bull.
Yeah, what would the Atlanta pentathlon be? You got to pet a random pit bull, eat 100 lemon pepper wet wings.
You got to get out of the Walmart line with only paying for 9 of the 10 items you bought. and you got to pet a strange pit bull.
You gotta talk someone into not calling the cops after you rear-end them.
Oh, and you got to figure out a way to get the water boys away from your car.
You have to get 3 bottles of water with only paying for 1.
From the water boy.
Yeah, from a water boy.
Oh, good luck.
Oh man.
Like I remember I cashed out the water boy like $2, and somehow when I checked and it said $2, but when I got home it was 20. Those guys are clever.
They get you.
They're really clever. Speaking of paying for things, you ever feel too high?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes.
Fair enough. So a lot of people feel like everything is too high right now. And there's a lot of people bargain hunting, and they made a list of things that they felt like were too high and some things that are worth the price. Like, all right, gas on average, right? And like Georgia is like $3.47. However, you go to a place like Chicago, gas is like almost $6, if not $6.
I think it's almost $8 in LA right now.
I would riot.
Yeah.
If I lived in LA. Let's see. Keep scrolling up. There's a few other things that went down as well. Oh, our person went to go check the phone. We don't have a screen person. But I noticed on my own personal time, right? Because you know how like you ever been in a phase of life where you don't really like care about the price of anything and just be like, I'm buying what I'm buying. The end.
I'm Jewish now.
Okay,
Never.
When did a bottle of soda stop being $1.50 for the 16-ounce joint?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Yeah.
And then also like a candy bar, like a Snickers joint, is no longer $1. It's now like $2.49, and it's a smaller Snickers bar. That's probably for the best because most of y'all gonna lose a foot at some point.
There's some we really need to talk about the foot sugar scenario. A lot of people are gonna. There's some sort of weird thing has been happening where it's like you used to be able to go to like a fast food joint and get like a burger and fries and a Coke, and it was like $12.
Yeah.
Now it's like $20.
I went to Popeyes 2 days ago. I got a 12-piece boneless wing. And then I got a 5-piece tender and a biscuit for my son, a Sprite, and a large red beans and rice. What do you think that cost?
I don't know. That does sound like a full
$29.
It was $30, but I felt like I paid too much. And I had to negotiate with the person to get the lemon pepper honey sauce for the wings because he said the sauce don't come on the wings.
Okay.
And then he gave me an extra soda, and I was like, bro, I didn't order 2 combos. I only ordered what I ordered for him, what I ordered for myself, and a drink on the side. He gave me extra things. He's like, well, the sauce don't come with it. It's like, well, I would trade you this extra drink that you gave me for the tub of sauce. So
for one small tub of sauce.
It was like the small size in which the red beans and rice things normally come in, but it was all lemon pepper and honey sauce. So when I opened my honey wings, the sauce was already on there. So I lost my complimentary drink, and now I have more sauce that I know what to do with. I put it on some chicken wala last night. It was really good.
You shouldn't have to read the art of the deal before walking into a Wendy's.
Yeah.
I should not be negotiating.
I agree.
Yeah. We got a couple minutes left.
Okay, so real quick, we run through the rest of this list. They said the price of meat, fish, eggs, cars, and clothing and personal care items is going through the roof. Deodorant is a little bit more expensive, and that's why I smell more people on a regular day. Things that people feel like are worth the price: smartphones and appliances.
Save money and stink.
Yo, you use it like deodorant that no one makes it. It's like, yo, air it extra dry, roll on though. But you know how you can get like a 99-inch TV for like
What is that?
$250?
You can get a TV as big as this screen for $50.
We bought all 3 of these TVs from Walmart for $1,500.
But God forbid you need a Post-it.
Yeah.
A Post-it or
Post-its are ridiculous.
Post-its are expensive.
Yeah.
how many Post-its are you buying?
Listen, I leave myself a lot of little notes, affirmations, if you will.
Fair enough.
We like that. We like little notes. I'm just getting the comments. Tough times for real. Leave the boneless wings alone, bro.
I am. That was a hard lesson that I learned. Like sometimes you gotta understand the message and the messenger. Those people were messengers that told me I don't need to be eating fast food anymore. And you're right. You're absolutely right. Because I want to celebrate my birthday. Like these people, if you're celebrating a birthday today on August 6th, 2024, you're celebrating a birthday with spice, not Ice Spice, regular spice, Jamaican spice from Love and Hip Hop. She's been on Dish Nation before. And she is so dope musically. Happy birthday to her. She's 42. Next, we got a great director.
Oh, like, let me tell you, recent renaissance of the twist ending. M. Night Shyamalan's 54.
Yeah.
54 years old. He was really young when that first one got big. What was
Sixth Sense?
Sixth Sense.
Yeah, maybe he's getting it in.
Only 54.
Right, yeah. You would think he'd be older, right?
I thought he was literally 73.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
we
54.
like to round people like 20 years up just on the humbug.
Right.
Like, yo, word, you turned 33, man. Happy 60th anniversary to you. Shout out to the first Spice to go solo out of the Spice Girls. We talk about Jerry Hollowell, who's now older Spice.
Now older Spice, now old Spice. And then last but not least, Lil Moon Fry. Punky Brewster herself is 43.
Man.
Or wait, 48, I'm sorry. Also known for Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Super nice. Isn't she hosting Jeopardy now? Didn't she pick up Jeopardy?
That's
Blossom.
Mayim Bialik.
Oh, Mayim Bialik. Very different. Also a child actor from the 80s.
Yeah, like Punky's Brewsters got so big, she had to downsize them at one point.
What?
They was hurting her back or something.
Punky, she grew stirs.
Yeah, they brought her back. They did like a little reboot on Peacock.
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode of Punky Brewster where it was like specifically to warn children not to get into decommissioned refrigerators?
I knew you were gonna say that when you I duck you. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a kid get in a refrigerator while playing a game of hide and seek and almost die, but fortunately, Punky Brewster knew CPR and was able to revive him.
It was a very special episode.
It was a heavy episode.
I think I've seen every episode of the OG Punky Brewster like 5 times a piece.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We have an opportunity here to really make Shelly uncomfortable. So sometimes, as loyal side dish watchers know, we play a little game and it'll be like, whose cousin is this or who's friends of this? And typically this is, unfortunately, it's a race question where it's like, are they my and your cousins? Or are they like Headkrack's cousins or somebody else's cousins?
Someone not on the couch.
I'm so glad y'all tricked me on to do a racial game show. I'm so glad I signed up for.
We try to cancel every guest.
Yeah,
every guest that comes on is like, all right.
yeah. But this is actually the Hunger Games, and this will either make or break. Actually, okay, so is this?
Remember, my name is Amy Schumer.
Okay, wait, this is your video. Whose friends are these?
Yeah, I already forgot what it was about because prices are high. Let's throw it to that beautiful video.
Jelly Roll's got a chair in Austin Theory.
That's
Just
a different
said,
video.
somebody save
But really,
me.
who's friends with these?
Grayson Waller
Theory's out here.
That's our video, but also,
video.
Jelly Roll
We still
and
got
the
Jelly Roll here to
WWE
save the day.
did.
Jelly Roll swinging chairs around Cleveland.
Oh no. Jelly Roll, what we doing?
Yo,
That looks like a rock bottom.
Well,
Whoa!
Michael Cole.
Jump on him. Hit him with the roll.
He's like 1920s circus strong.
Yeah. He's like guy in a singlet strong.
Wait a minute.
the all black, like one thing shoulder strap.
Yeah.
Lifting the weights that have like the little balls
Big
at the
round
end of
weights
it.
on the end.
Yeah, the bar bends when he picks it up.
Yeah.
That's a special kind of drug.
Love that.
And we checked on he's still alive.
Checked on Jelly Roll. Still kicking it.
Whenever they have people pop up on WWE that normally don't wrestle and they do like some incredible feat of strength, it makes me realize how amazing those athletes and actors are.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, get on there, Mayim Bialik.
Yeah, Mayim Bialik, where you at?
Her versus Punky Brewster is the match I want to see
Yo,
for the WWE Women's TV title.
they should be in like a tag team match where it's like the two of them versus like Neil Patrick
Patrick Harris?
Neil Patrick Harris and like
Screech's Ghost?
Yeah, Screech's Ghost.
Screech's Ghost is like the manager. And then you bring somebody else out there that's in. I was like one hug away from being okay as a person. Some of the things I
just
say
want to
is
say
not
for the fans and family of Dustin Diamond watching right now, like we loved him.
I was a big Screech fan.
Yeah, everyone was.
Yeah, that's why I wanted his ghost.
Yeah, of course.
I'll take him anywhere I can get him.
Yeah.
What's y'all's dream ghost match for WWE?
Oh.
Mine's Queen Elizabeth, right?
Okay. Well, all right. Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth versus Heath Ledger
Okay.
as the Joker.
Shelly.
Who's your dream ghost match? We talked about ghosts. Come on.
Martin Luther King versus his shooter.
Oh God.
He's not going to turn the other cheek this time. And that's the title of the match. Like, yo, the no turning the cheek match. And when he take the tie off and throws it into the crowd, that's when you know he's about to march and kick some ass.
He's hitting
Tanner's
him with the
scared for his
march.
future. I'm with you. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Okay,
His
cool.
finishing move is
Teamwork.
the dream. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is it. We're getting canceled. This is the one. Finally, it's happened. Shelly, is there anything else? Where can people watch you next? I know you're doing shows all over.
Absolutely. I want to definitely plug the roast battle at Laughing Skull Lounge.
Okay.
this Thursday. I'm
this
battling.
Thursday.
Yeah. And I also want to plug the Roast Battle League Patreon and podcast. Check it out. There's amazing, very talented people on it. You can check out my Instagram. I'm at Not Shelly Joe. I'm leaving next month for a tour with Jamie Schreiner out of Chicago. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah.
What cities are you guys going to?
Most of the Southeast. So we're hitting South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee. We're going to do a show at The Lab. It's girly pop comedy at Zany's Nashville, The Lab. If y'all want to come check it out.
Yeah, they very well could. They very well could come check it out.
We're excited about all the amazing things you got going on, Shelly. Big shout out to the homie. Be sure you follow her. And shout out to everybody over there, our side dishians, our Fox Solers. What was the name they had?
Fox Soldiers?
The Soulmates. The Fox Soulmates that's in the chat. Appreciate y'all pulling up on us. We'll be back again on Thursday for another episode of Side Dish. And if people want to follow you, Tanner, where do they go?
Well, you can find me at Graham of Tanner. We'll be back Thursday live at 3 o'clock Eastern. As always, hit us up in the comments. We read them. We try to tweak the show to things that you want. Let us know who you'd like to see. We love bringing fun people on like Shelly and also fun people like Emmanuel Lewis. So, let us know.
Yeah, man. The train's going to keep on trucking. Follow me at Headkrack, HKDKRACK. Don't forget my new project, Microdose, is out right now. Follow Shelly Grunberger, Not Shelly Joe. See y'all at the roast battle. See you on the next Side Dish. Peace.
Bye. And that's that.